all this money. They're not going to get anything. So their governments are essentially being put out of business in a way. Like they're going to strangle it from the top, and so.
Not in Illinois, because the elections for all that local stuff is tomorrow, and Republicans are going to get slaughtered. It is such a joke, like how little preparation.
No,
and how bad the messaging and how like
but Pritzker's already putting out
position research on the Democrats than they are.
Pritzker's already putting out budget cuts across all these social services, especially like state Medicare, Medicaid, where he contracts with these large Medicare providers. See, the state doesn't provide anything. The state just funnels money to these Medicare providers. I can't remember their names off top, but it's basically Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, United, etc. But there's other ones that you've never heard of that are like mid-tier insurance providers, and they're the ones that contracted with Pritzker. But anyways, the point is, let me. I'm gonna email that guy and see if I can get him to like join a recorded conversation and talk about 2026.
Yeah, man, let's do it. And then do you have a LaHood account yet? An official LaHood account for all the listeners and myself to follow?
No, I mean I have so many accounts, but I just
did change the name.
Yeah, I can change the name, but I'm going to look at some domain names prior to like doing a rebrand, so it's all going to be coordinated, and thing about that is you can do it in 10 minutes. So
you could, and there's a lot of damning stuff on him that's just like he can't hide from his past. You can't. This isn't communist Russia. You can't erase history just yet. I mean, you guys are in charge.
I'm gonna do like a deep dive analysis of him and like record all of his social media going back as far as I can, and then like pull out the best tidbits and then create more content and expand those tidbits and say what's the deal with Darren LaHood, and start creating these videos. Yeah.
I'm excited. I think you have a plan.
It's all just It's just basically your campaign is a propaganda war. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's unfortunately where modern politics is at. It's all messaging. It sucks. I wish politics was more about policy, but it's all about how you can communicate and how you present yourself. Everything from that stupid Fetterman with the hoodie and stuff. Yeah. Everything is just all just communication and like, I like the guy. I like him. He's nice. He really can give a good speech when that's so far removed from the actual duties. Or he raised a bunch of money. It's like that should be worse. That means he's owns more money.
Man, I mean, you don't really know how dirty politics is, meaning that you don't know how dirty people are until you get involved in politics, and then you just realize, like, ooh, yikes, this is a snake. This is a snake.
Well, it's going to change. It doesn't happen. Imagine that's all Hasidism is. You turn the worst thing into something good. You turn rotten fruit into wine.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're going to do at the end of this mission. And thank you for being on the journey, because there are 40,000 elected officials. And so it's going to have to grow. But, if we'll journey 1,000 steps begins with a single step, then you're in an amazing lane. You're in one of the best lanes against such a crooked politician, Darren LaHood.
Well, what else are we going to do what are we going to do, in terms of, larger organizing? I mean...
Oh, I'm working on that. I can't legally talk to you about that. But there is larger organizing going on. And if you decide to stop running for Congress, you can be a part of it. Because basically PACs and candidates can't coordinate. And so I am working with people that are trying to start a revolution in the... giving advice to everyone. But that is happening as we speak. And I don't trust everyone, because there's several of them going on. But because I position myself so much out in the open, everyone knows where I stand. A lot of the counter resistance that exists, reached out to me.
So what do you think about the Nancy Mace event and buying a ticket to go to that?
You can't buy a ticket.
What do you mean? I can buy a ticket. I'm a Citadel grad.
I would be personally offended, but you can do what you want. That's supporting all the bad people.
I know, but I can go.
That's going into his pocket.
Listen, if no other Citadel grads go to that, and I'm the only one holding up my ring, and I show her, I'm like, hey, Nancy, I know General Mace. She'll be like, oh, come over here. And all those pieces of shit in the Chicago GOP will be like, what the fuck? No, don't talk to him. You know what I'm saying? It'll create a gaslight. Because I have...
Up to you. How much is it again?
100